Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another makeup tutorial finally. I've had a little bit of time off and haven't been feeling great, so I thought I would get back on the horse and film another makeup tutorial for you. So basically this video is going to be a first impression Friday video, and it's going to be on the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. It looks like this. I picked this up, I believe it was about $9.99. I can double check and let you know in the description box below. This has been something that I've seen people talk about. It's a gel whipped foundation, and if you are new to my channel, basically a first impression Friday video is where I apply a new product that I've never tried before onto my skin, and I will then wear it throughout the day and keep checking back in with you. So if you're new to my channel, hello, please subscribe. I make videos and upload, or try and upload, every Monday and Friday and sometimes on a Wednesday. But yes, so this first impression is going to be on this new foundation, which I'm quite excited to try really. Mine is in the shade Natural. I'm not sure if that is a good shade. I just sort of grabbed it quickly so I could get out from shopping and go home. Basically, when I test out a new foundation, if you are new to my channel, is I apply primer to half of my face. At the moment, I have nothing on my skin apart from moisturizer and eye cream and a little bit of lip balm. That is all I have on my skin as of this minute. But basically, when I do a foundation first impression, I prime one side of my face. So today I am going to go in with my trusty Skin Perfection Magic Touch Instant Blur from L'Oreal. I'm just going to apply this onto one side of my face. So I think I'm going to do this side of my face. So basically all I do is just squeeze way too much, but I like this primer because it fills in my pores, and this is the sort of normal primer that I would use when applying foundation. This is what I tend to use every day just to fill in my pores anyway. I find it's a really good primer to test out my foundations with because this is how I would wear them on a normal day-to-day basis. So just apply this onto the targeted pore areas, but because we are doing a first impression, I'm just going to apply it all over that side so far. Okay, so I have primed this side. We're now going to go in with the product. So it comes in a squeezy tube, which I quite like. It's fairly hygienic. I've just taken off the metal cap that was on, but it's good because you can sort of squeeze out the amount of product that you want. It looks a fairly good colour. Seems quite thick in texture-wise. And all I'm going to use to blend it in today is a round top kabuki brush. This isn't clean, but... And all I'm doing is pressing this foundation into my skin. So this is the primer side first. So you can see it's covering up quite a bit of redness that I have in my skin. It does seem to be covering up my imperfections nicely. I have a couple of blemishes and obviously pigmentation to my skin, and it really does cover the redness pigmentation well. It blends really nicely as well into the skin. The product does go a long way. I thought I was going to have like way too little amount applied, but it seems to be stretching quite well. So remember, this is just with pressing motions with this brush. That is supposed to give your foundation the fullest coverage when you just press it into the skin rather than buff. Okay, so that is one layer over my skin, so you can still see a little bit of redness like around my nose area, but sort of sitting on my skin fairly nicely. On the unprimed side, it's not filling in my pores, so I can see my pores, but then on the primed side, it kind of seems to be accentuating my pores, so you can sort of, I'll see if I can zoom in, you can see. But basically you can sort of see how the foundation is sitting in the pores, if that makes sense. It has covered up a nice amount of pigmentation on my skin, so I'm going to go in with a second layer and see how easy it is to build up. So again, you don't really need that much. I think I'll do one area at a time in case it sort of sets. Yeah, I'm just using pressing motions. I'm just going to move on to to another section. Feels really lightweight. Like I said, it is a gel, I believe. That's what it said on the packet. It's a fairly good colour as well for me. Kind of looks a little bit yellowy toned, which I kind of like. And the second coat is going on quite well. It doesn't feel like it's caking up. It doesn't feel really heavy on my skin either. Just take a little bit down my neck. Okay, so the second coat, it looks really nice on the skin. It still does look like it's sort of emphasising the pores. I'm just going to go over with a damp beauty blender just to make sure that everything is blended. And I do this on a daily basis as well, so I'm just going to treat the foundation how I normally would treat any kind of foundation. That makes sense. It has got fairly good coverage. I'd say it's more of a sort of medium coverage rather than full. I don't feel cakey like if I apply Estee Lauder Double Wear, so very thick full coverage foundation. It's very lightweight. I can't tell that I've got any product on my skin, so that's probably to do with the gel whipped look. So it says, a fresh new flawless dream velvet whips a fresh gel into a velvet soft texture. Complexion looks perfected, smooth and soft matte finish just like velvet. Skin feels fresh and stays hydrated all day. So when I saw that it said hydrated all day, I was a little bit unsure because obviously I do have oily skin. Again, if you're not used to seeing these videos, I do have oily skin. Sometimes combination in this area right here sometimes gets a little drier. But yeah, so I really like how it's applied at the moment. I prefer it on the non-prime side, I think, just because it seems to be emphasising my pores a little bit. But all I'm going to do is set it, I think. Yeah, I'll set it with you on camera and then I will go away and come back. So all I'm using is the matte makeup powder from Maybelline, and I'm just going to take that on a large powder brush and just press that onto my skin. You want to use like a pressing motion so I'm not wiping the product off. So, and again, this is a powder that I use to set my normal foundation. So set with the powder, it looks really flawless. It does look matte on the skin, but also doesn't look chalky matte, if that makes sense. It doesn't look dry. It looks obviously very flat at the moment because I haven't done any contouring or definition or anything. But I do like how it is looking. Again, I prefer the non-prime side because I just feel like it's emphasising my pores on that side. But I'll zoom you in so you can have a little closer look. I'm just going to test the flashback as well. It doesn't look like there's any flashback. It looks very pale, but that's just because I am ridiculously pale. And the lighting is quite bright, so I think that might be throwing it off a little bit. But I can't really see major flashback in the photos. But basically, so far, I really like how it is looking on the non-primed side. Maybe I will change my mind throughout the day. But yeah, so basically what I do now is I will go away and finish the rest of my makeup, and then in a few hours I will come back and tell you how I'm getting on. So the time is 2 minutes to 12, so if we say 12 o'clock, so I'll come back in a few hours, sort of have my lunch, do a bit of filming, and in a few hours time I will be back to show you how this is holding up on my skin. So I will talk to you all very, very soon. Hey everyone, so I am now back and the time has just gone 3 o'clock. So basically I wanted to come back and show you how this foundation is wearing. Now obviously I have done the rest of my makeup and had lunch and stuff, so it's been about a good 3 hours of wear, and to me the makeup looks amazing on my skin. It looks very flawless. It hasn't got oily or shiny. It's a very sort of natural look to the skin. Now I will zoom you in so you can have a close-up look. But I just feel like it makes my skin look like porcelain, like it just looks amazing. Applying the makeup over the top of the foundation worked a charm. It was amazing. I didn't find that it removed any of the makeup. I didn't find that anything was sliding around. And like I said, it has managed to control my oils for a good 3 hours, which is a really great achievement for any foundation to last even that amount of time. So I'm really happy with how it is looking right now. So obviously it's only been 3 hours. So what I'll do is I'll leave it a little bit longer, so possibly come back at some point tonight. I'm going to hopefully show you as best as I can because it won't be natural lighting, so I'll have to set up some lights and stuff and maybe film elsewhere. But I just wanted to show you how natural it is looking on the skin at the moment and how flawless it looks overall. So that is my little update at 3 o'clock, but I will see you in a few more hours. Hey everyone, so I thought I would just pop in for another quick catch up. So as you can see, my skin's got a little bit oily. It's just gone 5:30. I just came in to the bathroom and I'm just going to blot my skin before we go out because we're going to go food shopping when Luke gets home. But I thought I'd just let you know that after 5.5 hours my skin has finally started showing the oil. So I'm just blotting the skin, getting rid of any oil. I have taken off my false eyelashes and I am recording this on my iPhone just because I am too lazy to get my big camera out because I've packed everything away. So just literally going on with loo roll and just gently patting my skin. I'm not going to apply any more powder to my skin because I kind of want to see how it holds up. In the mirror it still looks really nice. I don't know if you can tell, but I still have everything in the position that I applied. So I still have my blush in place, I still have the bronzer and the contour, and a lot of the time it kind of wears out or off throughout the day. So I'm really happy with how well it is staying up on my skin. Like I said, I've just blotted my skin. We're going to go food shopping later when Luke gets home in a little while. So I will check back in with you in probably a few more hours. I'm going to try and push it as long as I can. It normally gets to a certain stage where I just want to take off all my makeup because I get way too tired. So I will be back in a few more hours. Too tired already. Hey everyone, so I was doing a first impression for the Maybelline Matte Velvet Dream, I think it's called, foundation, and I forgot to film the end clip. So I've actually been at work today. I woke up at 7:30, no, yeah, 7:30, so my makeup's been on from about 8 o'clock and it is now just coming up to 9:15, so it's been on a fair while. Unfortunately I haven't got very good light because obviously I normally use natural lighting and I'm kind of holding up my camera and whatever, but I just wanted to kind of show you what the makeup looks like after. And bear in mind I've been to work, I've been doing makeup, sorry I'm all over the place, I'm really tired. I've done makeup jobs today and I had a wedding to go and do, so I've been at work, so I thought it'd be a good chance for me to come on camera and just show you how the makeup is worn throughout the day. So if I zoom in, I just noticed that like my mascara sort of run underneath my eyes, but that's more where the concealer is rather than the foundation. But I don't think you can really tell in this light, but my bronzer stays on, my blush stays on, most of my makeup stays in place, like my brows stay in place. I know this is a really awful light. Obviously you can see that my skin is oily. I've only blotted it once like I did when I did the first impression. Sorry, I'm looking in the viewfinder so I can see what I look like. You can kind of see like the definition is still there and my brows are still there, and yeah, but it's not an oil slick. Like my skin is ridiculously oily, and even after working and after coming home and having a nap, like it's still on. Like although my skin is oily, it's nowhere near as oily as what it has been with certain foundations. So my sort of overall impression of this foundation is it's really good. I have it in, I think, the lightest shade, which is a really nice shade. It really works with my skin tone. It blends really nicely in with my skin. But yeah, I really love how this foundation works. Like obviously I do still get oily, but I've kind of got used to the fact that I'm gonna have to blot throughout the day. But for only being blotted once since 8 o'clock this morning, so it's been well over 12 hours wear, and only blotting once, like that is pretty good. Like normally, I know obviously the light picks up on it a lot more. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how it is worn, and like I said, it's kept my blush and bronzer and stuff on my skin as well, so I really like that. I have noticed though that when the sort of oily patches, if I touch my face, it does transfer onto my fingers, which I kind of expected, because once my oil gets underneath the foundation, it kind of just slips off. But yeah, I am really happy with this foundation. I really love it. I'm really sorry how this first impression has been quite choppy. I need to get my act together and start doing it. You can tell that I haven't filmed in a while. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this first impression on the new Maybelline Matte Velvet Dream, is it? Foundation. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, especially this one. Please let me know if there's any products you would like a first impression on Fridays on, and I will talk to you all in my next video.